Hi, what's up? It's Hollyn and welcome to my house. I thought it would be cool if we had a conversation today because I've had a lot of questions over the years that I haven't really been able to sit down and answer. So today is the day. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first question is why the name Hollyn? Funny, Hollyn is not my name. My name's Holly, so take the N off. There you go. We came up with this whenever I first released music when I was 18, and we kind of all got in a room, me and the label that I was with, management and everything, and we're like, what's something fun we could do? And I don't know, just kind of spice it up. But now everybody I meet, they don't know if my name's Holly or Hollyn, and they're just too similar, so what are you gonna do? Can't change it now, I guess. Question number 2. What is the meaning behind Holy Rebellion? So Holy Rebellion actually is the definition of my real name, Holly Marie. I even got it tattooed on my chest, and my dad may or may not have freaked out at me, but it's okay, Dad. We're all good now. Whenever I was writing this album with my friend Austin Davis, we just really wanted to capture how deeply impactful the meaning of my name has been up to this point in my life and beyond. It's kind of like my purpose. I just love to rebel in a bad way, but in a pure way. Fight for the things that really matter. And yeah, so that's how we got the name. Number 3, do I have a favorite piece of art in my home? Yes. For those of you who don't know, we just moved into a new space, and so to tidy up all the things I didn't like. And I love every piece because they're very intentional, but my favorite one is this one behind me. And it's actually my daughter and my husband's grandmother painted it with oil pastels, so chalk pastels, or chalk, something really pretty. But it's my daughter, and I put out a project called My Little Dove, and this was the cover for it. What does this next year look like for Hollyn, music-wise? Well, I think that's a great question, and this might be the most exciting year that I've had musically, because behind the scenes, I am working with some of the best people ever. We'll get into that later, but planning on releasing a lot of new music this year, fingers crossed, and have a lot of surprises coming your way. So be ready. What's the dream? Dream for me is ultimately to connect people's minds and their hearts, because I think a lot of times we can get stuck here and we don't know how the two can come together. To do it in a healthy way, in a way that brings awareness of who we are and our spirituality, and to know who God is. So for me, that's the ultimate why. That's the dream. There's a lot of practical things that go into that as well. Shows and music and people to collaborate with. But I think at the end of the day, that is the dream. Favorite place to travel for fun? I really love the beach, but as I'm getting older, and shout out to my husband, he's not a beach guy, so he's kind of made me into a mountain girl as well. So I love going someplace where the beach is close, but there's also mountains. Portland, Oregon is by far one of my favorite cities, just Pacific Northwest. And then I love traveling to the UK as well. So I've been over there a few times, but those two are tied right now, but the more I travel, I'm sure I'll get some new ones. Can you show us your writing process? This is a way longer conversation, but mainly I've got like 500, 600 ideas all the time on my voice memo app. And then I've got journals of poetry. So it could be 1 line to 100 lines. And a lot of times I'll just think of something or remember something I did in the past. Or if I've got an idea, I'll kind of sit down at the piano, this one, and just kind of go off the top of my head. But melody is really easy for me, so I could just grab something out of the air, like, you got everything that I'm not everything that I see, wanna get da. Like, that's just random, but the lyrics are kind of in there, and so my favorite thing to do is start with the melody, get into the lyrics, kind of find out the phrasing I was using, and then send it over to my buddies and have them produce something. The next question is, what is the coziest place in your house? I'm just gonna let you know, we are movie people. My husband, my daughter, and I love to spend time together on the sofa, hanging out. And when we came into this new spot, we knew that we needed something to bring everybody together. When we have friends over, we want them to walk in and go, "That couch looks comfortable." And when they sit in it, "Oh, I don't want to get up." And that's exactly what has happened. We got this sofa from Cheetah Living. They're actually the sponsor of this video. Thank you guys so much. And we got the Kenna modular sofa, which comes with one of these amazing ottomans, and we got a couple extra ones because we wanted to make like a big pit. So we have this one, and then there's another one that we use for a reading nook right now. But this is the perfect sofa, you guys. The covers are machine washable, so with a toddler, you're gonna need that. Also, we can lay out on the sofa, all three of us, and not be touching each other. So if you need some space one night, or you just want to sleep here instead of the bed, it's perfect. But honestly, this is our most lived in and loved on piece, and we absolutely adore it. So thank you, Cheetah Living, and you can check out the link to this exact couch in the description below.
Okay, pause the video. I accidentally said the wrong code, but the good news is it's an even better discount. Use the code Hollyn15 for 15% off of your order. Okay, back to the video.
Who are you currently working with? I'm working with a production company called Weatherman, and I've actually worked with them before. My first ever album that I released, there was a song on there called Girl, and I'd actually never met them, but they had sent me some beats, tracks, and I just kind of wrote to one of them. This is amazing. This is so easy. I love working with these guys. And then a couple years later, we released a song together called 5 a.m. in Tennessee, which these two songs are two of my favorites I've ever released. We're working together and unbelievably talented. When you guys hear this stuff, you're gonna lose your mind. I listen to it, it's not even me. I'm just so proud of it. What's the hardest part about being an artist? I think everyone could answer this differently, but for me, it was really hard to create something without thinking about how is this gonna please everyone. I was a chronic people pleaser, and now I'm not. And so I think the more confident you get in your own voice and your own skin, the more you realize that it's okay if people don't like what you're putting out, and it's okay if they don't agree with how you do it or why you do it, but it needs to be genuine to your story, and it needs to come from your heart, and it needs to come from your soul. And so for a long time, I felt like I was compromising on my creativity, and now I'm in a place where I'm absolutely not. So that was the hardest part for me, was grieving that, oh, well, maybe I don't need validation from everyone. And you don't. What is your favorite song you've released? Probably Lovey, because it's still very new and dear to me, and it has to do with my daughter, and so I love that one. But the favorite one I haven't released yet, there's a part in it that goes, "I had an encounter with the spiritual realm. Oh, it felt like water engulfing me, and I couldn't see my way out." You'll know it when you hear it. What does a normal day look like in your life? Well, I have a 2-year-old daughter, so we're up around 7:30, 8 every day, and we eat breakfast and get a coffee, and then we've got some really great places around where we live to take our daughter so she can play. So we'll get out of the house, go do that, come back, she takes a nap, I hang out, work on stuff, and then normally the rest of the day just depends on if my husband's working that day, if we're taking a chill day. A very slow pace around here, but this is a great week to give an example, because a few days we'll be home, and then the rest of this whole week I'm going to Philadelphia, my husband's going to Dallas, I'm finishing my album. So yeah, it's just all of a sudden can get crazy out of nowhere, but for the most part, we both work from home, so it's pretty chill. How did you develop your clothing style? Let me tell you this. I grew up not caring at all about my clothes. I wanted to look cute and sporty, I guess, but I didn't care. Whenever I moved to Nashville, I had a rude awakening because everyone I was around was like, "You're doing it wrong, sis." So I went through horrific styles, and I finally landed on something that feels probably the most like me. Very breathable, very cozy, minimal, sometimes European like style. I love anything like denim, a good pair of jeans, a white tee, a leather or a denim jacket. But I love anything that's breathable, linen. I just want to feel cozy, and I don't want to feel restricted either. So I don't know how you would describe that, but that's how I do. Next is makeup routine. I'm not really a big makeup girl, but when I do wear makeup, I do a skin tint, like an oil-based foundation, and I'll do just a little bit of concealer and then a liquid blush, and set all of that with some powder, and mascara. So today I even put a little bit of eyeshadow on, guys. I'm really complex. Also, my daughter, look, I haven't even opened this yet, but she's obsessed with my makeup, and I got her like little hair and makeup set. It's silicone, look. But it's silicone, and it has like a little brush and like blush and nail polish, and it's gonna be so cute. How do you unwind? Don't make fun of me. Actually, I don't care, because it's so fun and I love it. But I knit, and I like to crochet things. Not your typical granny, but Dylan even got me this little knitting bag. It's really cute. Right now, I'm making the shawl thing, and it's not done, so I can't show it to you. But it's super fun, and it's relaxing. It's good for your brain, and you can give gifts to people. You can make things that you would buy from big name stores. You have the satisfaction that you made it. So anyway, that's what I do. Favorite dish to cook right now? I love making lasagna randomly. I make a healthier version of lasagna, but I vetted it with several people. They say it's great. So lasagna, and then we love making this like coconut lime chicken and rice. That's my husband's like favorite meal. So we'll make that, and then what else? Oh, I'm a big soup girl. Big soup and sourdough bread, just so good. So yeah, I love cooking. How are Dylan and Jonas? They're so good. Me and Jonas are best friends, obviously. But we spend all of our time together, and it's been such a sweet season. She's gonna be 2, and she's talking so much and playing with other kids and has an opinion and big feelings. So if you've ever been around a 2-year-old, pretty much what it's like. And Dylan is amazing. He's the best dad. So supportive with me and my dreams and vice versa. So it's just amazing. Here's a picture of, this is her last summer, but look, so cute. She's so cute. She's taking a nap, but like, I miss her. How has motherhood impacted your artistry? I would say it has made it deeper. It's made it more like almost haunting in a way, because I know that my daughter, and if we have more kids one day, she's going to be listening to what I'm singing about, what I'm going through, and I want her to have the fullness of Mom was going through this, but she didn't let her emotions define her. I want her to be proud of me, and I want her to be able to show her friends one day, or be listening in her car when she's 22 and feeling empowered by not only the mother that I was, or that I am, but the artist that I am. So yeah, it's completely changed everything in all of the ways that it needed to. This has been awesome. Thank you so much for coming to my house, hanging out with me for a little bit, and giving me your time and asking such great questions. We have one more, and that is, what would you like to say to your fans that have contributed to your artistry this whole time? Thank you for being patient. I know I'm not the normal artist. I don't release music all of the time in a certain way. It always sounds different when it comes out, but I want you to know that I see you and I hear you, and when you're encouraging me and asking questions about my life and caring about my artistry, it means the absolute world to me. And what I can promise you is this: I'm never going to stop. I might take breaks, I might take a pause, but that's only to catapult me farther and better into what I believe is just the beginning of my career. So if you've been along for the journey this far, you've seen nothing yet. And I'm very excited to take you on the journey with me. And I'm telling you guys, get ready. It's gonna be nuts. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.